September is Suicide Awareness Month. If you or someone you know is having suicidal thoughts, there is help available. It's a message that's being shared in perhaps an unlikely place, a Lenexa brewery. For the owners, it's a mission born from a very personal loss. 2 years ago, Dave Mobley gave up his career at the Postal Service to follow his passion, brewing beer. His baby, Limitless Brewing, took off. And it wasn't long before his wife quit her job, too, to help him full-time, especially when the pandemic hit and to-go orders went through the roof.
The amount of cans and stuff we had to produce, we were shocked. We were basically getting cans, filling them, 12 to 16 hours a day. Then we'd go out there, put them out on a Saturday, and all that work would be gone in a couple hours.
It's been a good problem to have, a reason to celebrate. Sadly, it's a success story his younger brother and best friend never got to see for himself.
So 10 days before we actually opened Limitless, my brother committed suicide.
It happened near here in Shawnee at the base of this road. This is Frisbee Road. This runs all the way to the Kansas River. Only 35 years old at the time, Josh Mobley killed a friend before turning the gun on himself. Officially, the police report lists it as a murder-suicide, but Josh's family says both left suicide notes indicating it was a suicide pact. Josh's family and friends say this was completely out of character for him, an act they never saw coming.
I think in their mind, a lot of them think it's going to help, but it's like even the suicide note and stuff, there's zero closure.
If you've never been through this kind of loss, there's just no answers, and that's the hardest part, is that it's just, you're left with this emptiness and you have no closure to it.
Still, instead of bottling up that pain, they're sharing their story in the hopes of helping others. The past 2 years, they've raised money for Johnson County's Suicide Prevention Coalition, helping fund promotional materials, including coasters like these with suicide hotlines printed on them that are then used at local restaurants and bars.
When somebody comes in, they might be sitting there trying a beverage and they may see this coaster. They may not need the resource now or right at that point. We've had some people take pictures, and so later on, they can always go back to this kind of a resource.
But this year, the Mobleys are taking it a step further, brewing a limited edition beer called Your Story Is Not Complete. On the back of the can, you'll find the Johnson County 24-hour crisis hotline number. This beer is available all month or till they run out, with 100% of the proceeds going to suicide prevention.
What we want is just one less person and one less family to have to feel that hurt in their lives.
Everyone has ups and downs in life. We all have our own scars, and it's fine to speak about it. And unfortunately, sometimes pride and other things like that get in people's way, and they don't realize how much they matter.
Thank you to the Mobleys for sharing such a personal, painful story, all in the hopes of helping others. Now, if you are interested in supporting this cause, this limited edition beer can be bought at Limitless Brewing, that's in Lenexa, or you can go to their website. You can also find a list of local restaurants and bars that have that on tap. We have a link to all of that on our website, kshb.com. And please, if you or someone you know is in need of help, call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Here's that number, 1-800-273-8255. It's available 24/7, 365 days a year.